we'll see third-year quarterback Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans as they take on Jacoby Brissett and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. It'll be Jacoby Brissett under center for the Colts. He, of course, made 15 starts in Andrew Luck's absence 2 years ago. Not much required of him last year. He threw just 4 passes total. But that experience as a starter, very valuable in this learning process. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. On the defensive side here, the starters for the Texans. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. So here are the Texans under their 6th-year head coach, Bill O'Brien. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in 2018, the guy from Clemson in his 3rd year, Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And let's look here at the Houston offense.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A 2nd straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
First down, Texans.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is Stills on the jet sweep. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
He took you to school.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Throw complete there. Rodgers. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Got an open man, that's Campbell. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That's right. 55, 55.
On second down, it's Mack. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Brissett from the gun on third. Campbell making the catch. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there. From the 40 now on second down, Brissett. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From from the gun. Here's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he's got Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
From the red zone now, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll run here with Mack. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Brissett, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks him.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now out comes Houston. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Johnson on the counter. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Johnson's got it complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And he connects with Ebron. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Brissett, and he's got it. And shedding his way forward. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd and short yardage. Brissett under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Vinatieri's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. 20 seconds to go in the half, I'm guessing. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Watson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with an INT.
Set. 19. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Right here, right here.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Open man, the tight end fails. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it toward the pylon. Caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Whitney merciless, able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Another try after the first down sack. Brissett. Rodgers brings it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Brissett on 1st down. That'll be caught by Rodgers. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. This goes to Mack on the check down. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. That one good for 24 yards. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Brissett again. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson, screen play, Johnson. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the 1st. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now down 17-14, just under 2 minutes to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Brissett looks to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 30. He's back to throw. Throw complete there. Rodgers. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Campbell making the catch. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard.
Set. 19. And got Mike. 24. Mike 53. I don't think you got him. Mike 53.
Watson now to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin. So this one winds up in Indianapolis.